Hey guys, Chris Razor here. Thanks again for buying one of our machines. I'm going to quickly walk you through how it works, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how to actually run the machine. This is one of our older models, still same platform just like you currently have. So the weights, the on-off switch, all that's going to be the same. But this one was easy accessible, so I wanted to show you real quick like this. Baby Mammoth, just like you got. You'll notice there's some countered weights. This is to add additional head pressure to the unit. So anytime you're grinding or you're doing the initial polishing steps, it's good to have additional weight. Or if you're done grinding and you need to lean the machine back, you can put this back and it'll counterlever and get weight on the back side of the unit. This is where your vacuum will hook up. This is a cam lock hookup, so that's where we'll plug in our vacuum. You'll notice here at the front of the head of the unit, we have the shroud that goes around. A lot of guys actually do tape it like you see here, and that just holds the shroud in place. You can do that if you choose. There's a water tank here, so if you ever want to use water, you can put the water in here and then be able to control that water flow by this valve here. Anytime you're leaning the unit back, there's this little like kickstand that we'll use, and we'll put this down, put the handle upright position here. I like to stick my foot right here and I'll just pull down on it. I don't want to let it slam down, but I'll let it just fall all the way to the bottom. So that's how it would lay back. You'll see on the bottom of your machine, I can't recall if you got a 3-head or 4-head. This is the 4-head model, and this is how the Velcro pucks will attach to the plates. So we'll be able to peel and stick our resins on like that. Hockey puck goes right on, and then just put your resins right on. So make sure those are all evenly on there. We'll lean the machine back down. I always put my foot here just to control it, coming back down. We'll put our weights in the front. That head pressure like we mentioned. When it comes time to operating it, there's a little lever here. I'll pull the lever and I just pull it down to what's a manageable size for me. Feel really good right here. You can adjust this if you needed. This feels good. Emergency stop, so if you get into trouble, obviously hit the emergency stop button. This will be our speed control, and this is our on-off switch. I'm going to plug this vacuum in real quick. So this is our cam lock we mentioned. Be able to stick that in there and just lock that down. That'll be nice and tight in there. So now I got everything hooked up here. I got my vacuum in. I'm going to turn my vacuum on. You have a very similar vacuum to this. The only difference is you have a pre-separator with yours. So the way that'll work quickly is right here you'll have a port that you'll put. So anytime you need to stop the flow of air, you'll be able to push that up if you want to clean the filters. And there's a little switch on top of your vacuum. You'll push that down and it'll actually pulsate and clean the filter for you. I'll send you a link to another video where I've explained that a little bit better. But got it all hooked up. Our switch, on-off switch is right here. So we'll start that up. And then we'll come back to the unit. And I'm going to turn it on here with the on switch. I'm going to make sure my emergency stop is up. I'm going to turn this on. And then I'll just be able to control my speed here. Anytime I'm grinding and polishing, I want to make sure that I use one grit north and south, and then the next grit I'll go east and west. So anytime I'm running the machine, I like to go up, let's say for this, north, and then I'll come back over the same path south. I'm swinging the machine a little bit left to right, and I'm moving at a nice, even, slow pace. Once I get back, I'll want to move over, and I want to overlap about 1/4 of the machine. So I've overlapped 1/4 right here, and now I'm going back up that same pass. And then again, when I get to the end, I like to come back over that same pass, moving nice and slow. Swinging left to right, just a small amount. Again, I'll go to my next pass. I'll make sure to overlap just a small amount. Making sure never to miss a spot. So again, I've ran one grit north and south. Let's, for example, say the 50 grit. The next grit, when I run the machine, I'll run east and west. So I always want to alternate my cuts. It's important to go nice and slow. Make sure the floor is really clean. The cleaner the floor, the better the end result will be. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach me directly on my cell. Thanks.